podcast. Just give me a minute. Gotta set up everything. Go. 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 As you can see. Good. Fucking A. Okay. So I'm just gonna go with the flow on the flat. I already got some existing ideas that I want to talk about. Starting with so I'm on my Facebook. I'm just scrolling through my Facebook. Something says home and garden, hot bitch, titties and ass. Okay, I delete that because I'm like, what does ass have to do with fucking home and garden? Then I'm looking at something else. It's like sports cars thing, but it's just women. You know what I mean? It's just ass and titties everywhere. Stuff that has nothing to do with ass has women on it. It's like God is trying to tempt me with with hot girls. It's like, oh, are you gonna, you know what I mean? Because it's like, for a guy that masturbates, right? Anytime he sees anything sexual, he gets the urge to masturbate. So if all you're seeing is fucking ass and tits everywhere you look at, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, whatever, it's gonna give you the urge. Or it's gonna give you the urge to cheat. Let's say you're dating a girl that is not as attractive as the girl in the thing. And the worst part about the girl in the thing, either she has 20 layers of fucking makeup on, she's not even real, yet she wants a real man. And the other fucking side of the coin is, there's AI is so big now, there's AI models, which is not even a real person, and they're actually more famous than models. It's like, everything is so backwards, let alone, you got the fucking Haktua bitch getting popular, which, you know what I mean? A guy that, is a fan of receiving oral, right? I would say, a girl spitting on my shit is not really something I'm like, yeah. You know what I mean? Already, when you get a fucking sloppy toppy, there's saliva involved. No one gives you a dry blowjob, you know what I mean? So this whole Haktua thing is another thing to like promote fucking sinning or whatever. You know what I mean? Because I bet you most girls, never has a girl ever spit on my dick. Unless I asked her, which I don't even do that. Because I'm like, it's already good. Why would I ask someone to spit on it? She says that one thing and that shit goes fucking viral. Next thing you know, this girl is making appearances in events and she just stands there. Like, you could become an overnight celebrity. And I'll tell you one thing. They're not gonna make some guy that's talking about God become famous like that in a fucking span of a couple of weeks. I'll tell you for sure. You'll never see that. But a girl talking about spitting on a dick or some fucking, all kinds of like stuff that is like, not that it goes against the Bible, but like stuff that, you know what I mean? Like orgies and like gangbangs and stuff like that, that's gonna be promoted everywhere. If anything, the promiscuity level is like, now girls are not even, before, when girls find out that there's a video, she'll be scared of getting busted. Now all girls are proudly saying, oh, I cheated on my boyfriend. They're proud. What was the other shit I wanted to say? So many things I had like going through my head. You know, it's just like once you go live, it's one thing when you're thinking about it, it's another thing when you're going live. Then shit doesn't hit the same. Oh, you're here. I don't know, you were just sitting in your car, so I'm doing a podcast live. That's crazy. Can you chill a bit or no? Or just say yes. Are you shy? If you're shy, say you're shy.
My sister's coming over.
Oh, okay. Like, so I'm on Facebook today, right? You know, like like it's understandable when it's a car show thing that there's women that already that bothers me because I'm like, what does this bitch have to do with this fucking car? Obviously, it brings men to the event. That's what it's about, having girls at the car show. But I'm like, has nothing to do with the fucking car. So I'm on Facebook. So I'm on Facebook, right? It says, I shit you not, Wahat Allah, home and garden, hot bitch. I don't see anything gardening. Just a hot bitch, titties and ass. I'm like, what does it have to do with gardening? Then another thing, nature and life, hot bitch.
Helps to sell it, man.
No, but it's not that it helps to sell it. It's like God is, it's not God, but I'm saying Facebook, these people that run the fucking show, they want you to see ass and tits. Because I was explaining, if you're a guy that masturbates a lot, right? If you're always masturbating, anytime you're seeing ass and tits or whatever, it's going to give you the urge, no?
That's fair.
Right? Yeah. So if all you're seeing, especially if you're 15 and 16, all you're doing is masturbating 24/7. If you have access to porn, what do you think I was doing? Any chance I got to masturbate and watch porn, bro, I was on it. Like,
it's gonna have an effect on you.
So think about it. So if all social media is showing is ass and tits, now they've literally made it in a way that you can see girls with literally a fucking string. You could see her pussy. It's just a string there, and that shit's on Instagram. You know what I mean? Kids can see that.
It's a crazy world.
Like I tell my friends, don't let them fucking have access to TikTok or Instagram, because then next you know, your daughter's gonna be twerking, bro. She's gonna get along with. She's gonna find some twerking.
Especially with a long time.
No, you don't let
Kids have faith on Instagram, bro.
Right, that's what do you think grown parents are doing? Because they don't want to babysit, they don't want to take care of their kids, so they're like, here's a fucking iPad.
I know. Exactly.
Hey, when you're ready to do a podcast, bro, let me know, because I'm serious. I'm doing this shit live. You better not have an excuse then, I'll tell you that. I'll be on you. No, I'm saying when that winter time comes up, I'm saying I'm doing a podcast, I'll give you money if you even want. Alright. Look, think about it. Try to put yourself in the shoes of a fucking 15-year-old that either saw porn, because if he doesn't see it at his house, he's gonna see it at his friend's house. He's gonna see it somewhere. Kids used to fucking share magazines, bro. I heard stories of kids used to find like a porn magazine, or like, what was it called? Fucking Hustler magazine. You know what I mean? They all used to like go by this tree, and that magazine was like in the sand, like hidden in the sand. And then, you do your thing, and then you put that magazine back in the sand for whoever next wants to use it. So I'm saying the level of sinning, bro, is like, that's what I was trying to get at. I remember where I was going. They're trying to normalize or desensitize the population as far as ass and tits and all the other shit in between. Because think about it, how do you control the world's population? First of all, it's through the youth, because the youth are the ones that are going to be the people in charge in the future, right? So that's how you do it, and that's why they make sure to implant these ideas into our kids. As far as hey, little Tommy, it's okay for you to feel like a girl sometimes. Here's some girl clothes. You know, all these celebrities, I have to watch what I say. All these celebrities that are adopting kids, okay? And then you look at the kids they have, guess what? They're doing the gender bullshit. I don't want to say too much because I'm going to get a violation. So I have to watch my words. Huh? Isn't that funny? Anytime someone's adopting a kid, I'm always watching with like a microscope. You know what I mean? Because they're the predators too. What do you think? When two gay guys want to adopt a kid, what do you think I'm thinking? And guess what? Most of the time, that's what happens. You don't even want me to say it, but you know what I'm trying to say. And that's literally what happened. Two gay dudes adopted a kid, yada yada yada. You come to find out, they were diddling the kid. Huh? What a surprise. But if I want to go adopt a kid, it'll be really hard for me. When I have the chance, I want to have kids and I want to adopt, you know? Because I don't want to, if I can't save any extra lives, I you know, it's our duty. It's our duty. You know what happens in those places where those kids are? Come on. It's not fucking rainbows and hearts, I'll tell you that. There's a lot of fucked up shit happening. Because those predators are there too. Anywhere there's the little ones, the predators are there. High school coach. Fucking, you know what I mean? Come on. Babysitter. Ah, but it's a girl. Yeah, you don't know her boyfriend. Okay, now I'm going in a whole different direction. Just like when you watch Corn, there's a lot of step brother, step sister, step mom. Why is that? Why even put that in there? I understand you want to some guy wants to jerk off to some girl wearing a hijab. I understand that, Mia Khalifa. You know what I mean? I understand that. But why step brother, step sister? It's pretty close to fucking ads, bro. YouTube ads it's like they're literally trying to make you go insane. Plus the ads is another fucking scam because AI has taken over. So you'll see Elon Musk talking, you'll hear Elon Musk talking, you'll think it's him, but it's not because you look at his lips, it's not him. This is AI, bro. So I'm like, does Elon Musk know that these ads are using his likeness? I bet you he does. Because it's YouTube, right? It's not like some random site where anyone can just do whatever the fuck they want. This is YouTube. And they're selling you all kinds of weird shit. A girl trying to sell you dick pills on fucking YouTube, bro. And then on the side, you see, on the side of YouTube, you see a ad for fucking get hot women, meet hot women, hot Ukrainian women. Da 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 da. It's like, how can I compare it to? What can I compare it to? It's not become like Reddit. Reddit is different ballgame. It's become like a website that is not known. Like there used to be Justin.tv. If anyone knew that, bro, that was a good site. Someone made a website where either it's 24/7. They were playing Star Wars. There was another channel. They're playing 24/7. Seinfeld. You know what I mean? It's all the series and stuff. It was like that, or like I was looking for a Craigslist. Excuse me. Oh yeah, so this here's another story. So I go to this house party. I go to this house party. Uh, uh, I meet this girl. She's like, "You're a mechanic?" I'm like, "Yep." She's like, "Oh, can you fix my car?" I'm like, "Bring it to the shop. I'll have my boss look at it." You know what I mean? Because I don't run the shop. It's not my shop. She brings the car. My boss like puts the scanner thing to find out what's wrong with the car, and it was like the car was leaking radiator fluid, and there was some other issue, right? So my boss starts like working on it, and then she sees him fiddling around. She stops him right away. She's like, "Oh, stop, stop, stop! I don't have any money." And my boss like, "What do you mean you don't have money?" She's like, "Oh, I don't have any money. I thought he was gonna fix it for free." So this bitch thought I was gonna fix her car for free just because she's attractive, which I didn't leave. I didn't give her any idea of that. I didn't hit on her. I didn't make any advances. You know what I mean? And this bitch, in her fucking stupid mind, she thought she was gonna get her car fixed for free. And then here's the best part: she has a boyfriend. It's so funny how women try to use men as much as they can because they're so used to it, bro. Because you know, men that are like hungry or whatever, they're willing to do anything to get attention from this woman. So if she has an issue, he's like, "Oh, let me take care of her for you. Oh, you need money? Oh, let me give you money." You know what I mean? Like stuff like that. Like that's literally a sugar daddy. So I'm like, this bitch had the gall to assume that I was gonna fix her car for free just because she's pretty. Can you believe this shit, bro? This is the kind of shit women do. And the worst part, I'm like, she has a man. I'm like, why don't you ask your fucking man to pay for your shit? Why are you even expecting me to pay? Which one I don't even want her fucking fish hole. and I don't give a fuck. Let me put this out there. I don't give a shit how pretty you are. If you're Pamela Anderson or whoever, Carmen Diaz or whatever, the hottest girl in the world, I don't give a shit who are you. You talk to me with respect, and you're gonna be an independent woman. What happened to independent women? They all want to plead independence, but when it comes times to pay, then the girl never has money. Like, what the fuck is that, bro? If I'm making more money than you, does that mean I have to pay for everything? Shouldn't I be able to save my money? Why does it, anytime you're dating a woman, it's a fucking burden on you because you literally have to pay for everything because you're the man. It's so stupid. Why does she get to save her money and I have to spend my money? Shouldn't it be 50-50? Fucking shit. You know, it's a different story when you're married, the woman's pregnant. Yeah, for sure. I don't want her to work while she's pregnant. If she's having my kids, she's taking care of the kids. For sure, I'll pay for everything. I'll take care of everything because you're taking care of the kids. There's a reason you're at the house. You know, taking care of the kids, not just sitting on your ass because you're pretty. Fucking shit. Like when I raise my daughter or daughters, I'm gonna make sure that they're not gonna be like that. They're not gonna expect men to pay for everything just because they're pretty. No. I'm gonna make sure that all my kids have independence. First of all, your job as a parent is supposed to leave something behind so your kids are not screwed into the fucking system as far as, you know, working like a slave and, you know, trying to make it. Your job as a parent is maybe have property or a house or whatever, so your kids have somewhere to stay and they just have to take care of the house. Let me get my notes. Like women will lie in your fucking face and tell you you're stupid when they're clearly busted and in the wrong. So then they have their secret weapon, which is crying, right? Women can cry like this. How can you trust a person that is built with the ability to cry on demand at any time? First of all, I would say this is something they probably develop as a kid. You know, because it's I don't want to. I'm not attacking women. I'm just pointing out the facts. Why is it when a man is in the shithole, they're like, "Hey, you're a man, get a job, you bum, whatever." But when a woman is in the shithole and she doesn't have a job or whatever, they're like, "Oh, let me help you." You don't see any attractive homeless women. I'll tell you that. Why is that? So women don't ever have to really work for it to get something, right? Everything is like if she's pretty and she wants to take advantage, she'll just start fucking the boss. So she'll do barely any work and she'll get good salary. This is how most of these women, they just want to get the most money with the least amount of work, aka OnlyFans. How can you be proud as a parent when your daughter is either a stripper, hooker, massage therapist, or an OnlyFans girl? You failed as a parent, bro. Your daughter doesn't have any self-respect. You can't say sex work is work. No, it's not. You're having sex to get paid. You're a whore. You're a whore. You're a hooker. How is that work? Getting fucked is work. Maybe if you're getting fucked by fucking 20 dudes a day, which, ugh. Okay, another thing. Anytime I find a girl that has either been in a gangbang or down for gangbangs or whatever, or has been in an orgy, hard no. Fucking giant red flag. I don't want to play poker with my dick. You know, every time you do have sex, you're playing poker with your dick. That's a given. And you're not just playing poker, you're going all in with all the chips. Especially when you go raw. It's like, it's so fucked up to be in the position, because I'm just talking from my experience, right? So most of my life I've been on dating sites, and most of the women I've met is from dating sites. I'm shy to approach women. I've always had an issue with that. And it's like, depending on the dating site, let's just say it's Tinder, right? If a girl has straight up ass pics, already if she's attractive, she's gonna have thousands of messages. But if she has strictly slutty pictures, it's gonna be in the quadruplets, bro. It's gonna be in the quadruplets. My sister told me she made a profile on Plenty of Fish once. She didn't even put a picture of herself. She put a picture of a car, and she told me she used to get hundreds of messages. And it's like, I would say, because I have a friend named Mel, she's single, and she's looking for a man, and I'm like, yo, you should go on a dating site. And people have this preconceived idea that you're lowering yourself if you go on a dating site. It's like, I don't know where the pride is coming from, but I'm like, there's so many successful stories of people meeting someone they got married with off of a dating site. Because think about it, you get to talk to this person as long as you want. I've met 2 women online, and I think both of them, I talked to each of them for like about 2 years over the phone. You know what I mean? And then I went to see them. Or one I went to see her in London, and the other one came to see me from Prince Edward Island. But most of my life I've been single. Oh, this reminds me now. I was talking about this. Going to talk about God. Yeah, this is what I want to say. Because like Andrew Tate says, he wants to get a woman that has no bodies. I would say I want a woman at least that has 3 bodies or maybe 5. So she has experienced men. You know, it's not. I'm not her first, because I've been with a girl that was a virgin. I was her first, and she ended up cheating on me. And number one, it's not just connected with that, but I'll say this. When she was sober, she was a different person, completely different person compared to when she was drunk. Because let's say she was not always down to have sex when she was sober. When she was drunk, it's like I didn't even have to say anything. So the biggest red flag was she already here's it's so funny. So you know when a girl is giving you fellatio, you know usually she looks like she's enjoying herself. and that's what makes you feel good because you know you see her, you know she's not gonna have an expression on her face where she doesn't like it. So her, remember, I was her first, supposedly. It's true. I when I tried, it took me about 2 weeks to. Anyway, so yeah. Uh, so I was her first as far as first experience sexually, and then her first blowjob too. So whenever she was giving me a blowjob, whenever she was giving me a blowjob, she was always like, it's like she's eating sour candy. Like she did not look like she was enjoying it. So I told him, like, look, how am I supposed to enjoy it when I see your face and this is what I see? You know what I mean? It was like the funniest thing to me. Anyway, so when she was sober, she was not a fan of giving me a blowjob. But when she was drunk, I didn't even have to ask. She was going to suck my dick. So right there, I knew I can't trust this bitch when she's drunk. Guaranteed. If anyone gets her drunk, it's over. You know what I mean? I was with her for 5.5 years. I loved her so much, bro. In the beginning, I didn't love her. Towards the end, I was head over heels. I'm saying, like, let's say halfway in, I was like in love. And it's weird because it's like when I didn't love her, she adored me, she loved me, and everything. Blah 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 blah. As soon as I started loving her, not so good. So it's like, and it's happened to me several times. So it's like I can't love a girl because it's like as soon as I love her and I go all in with my chips, it's like the chase is gone or whatever. Or maybe she's not the right one. But I'm saying like that's what happens. So it makes me like I love the feeling of being in love, bro, is the best feeling in the world. And the crazy thing about it is, whenever I was single, I was invisible. Women look at me like I'm not even there. I don't even exist. But when I had a woman, especially I was in love with that woman, women were throwing themselves at me. It's crazy. And just the fact that I was not down to cheat, it was like, I was working with this girl named Emma. So here, to give you a perspective, I've always had a thing for blondes, right? And guess what? Because we've been programmed to think that way. We've been programmed to think that blonde hair, blue eyes is the most beautiful. Even angels. Why are all angels only white? You telling me there's no black angels? There's no Chinese angels? There's no Mexican angels? They're all white and blue, blonde hair, blue eyes, right? And by the way, Jesus is not white. Where was I going? Yeah. So blonde hair, blue eyes. So the girl I was dating, Gladys, the virgin, she was African Jamaican. My first African girl experience, you could say. You know what I mean? Anyway, so while I'm dating Gladys, I'm working at Blockbuster, right? I was the manager. And I was working with this girl named Emma. And Emma was gorgeous. She was just the kind of girl I wanted. Blonde hair, blue eyes, nice and plump. And she was a gymnast. Okay? So I'm working with her, and she knows I'm dating Gladys. She knows I'm in love with Gladys. You don't see the shit. This girl is like rubbing her ass on me when we're working. She's like making sexual innuendos or whatever. And since she's a gymnast, she's like, look what I can do. Look what I can do. As in, like, you can fuck me like this. You can fuck me like that. And the whole time, I didn't cheat. I didn't fucking cheat. And guess what? It's a Wednesday. I used to see Gladys on Wednesdays and Thursdays. It's a Wednesday, she doesn't show up. She doesn't answer her phone, she doesn't show up. I'm like, oh my God, what the fuck is going on? And for 4 days, 4 or 5 days, I'm like, this bitch is either dead or she's cheating on me. When I see this fucking bitch, I'm like, yo, what the fuck happened? What happened? She's like, I'm sorry, I have to tell you something. Okay? She's like, I cheated on you. I'm like, you fucking bitch. It's like a stab in the heart, bro. And then she tells me she still loves me. I'm like, how could you still love me when you cheated on me? But now when I look back, I forgot to mention I made her have 2 abortions. I think I kind of hurt her with that because she didn't want to have the abortions. you know. And it kind of makes me think about like parallel universe, because I'm like, I'm sure there's a universe where I had kids with Gladys and I was, and I'm with Gladys. I'm telling you, because every decision you make in life, it's like the butterfly effect. It like it has a thing, because everything comes back, just like karma. Yeah, crazy, man. And it's like women, they all want the bad boy, and the bad boy treats them like shit, but they love it. But they complain, but they love it. Like, what the fuck? Do you want the good guy? Because when they get the good guy, he's boring. Because why? He loves her. When you love the girl, it's boring. That's what it is for women. They need a psycho, like a psychopath. Like, one minute he's nice, the next minute he's telling her to shut the fuck up or treating her like shit. I don't know what the fuck women want. I really don't, bro. I'm like perplexed. You have to be a certain type of douchebag, and the douchebags are getting all the pussy. He's married, or he has a girlfriend. He probably has 3 girlfriends and he's cheating. You know what I mean? Obviously, if he's good looking, it's all about having game. Plus, if you're good looking, but it's like I said, when it goes back to when you have a woman, when you're with someone, it's like women know it, bro. It's like they smell it. It's weird. And the more you love the woman you're with, the more they want to make you cheat. Isn't that weird? Because I used to think that in order to be manipulated in a way, in your mind, from spirits or whatever, you had to be drunk and high. But I think they can do things to people, especially if they like possess people. I'm sure. Like, you do certain things, because sometimes I get mad and I'm like, yo, why am I mad? All of a sudden I'm just like angry for no reason. It's weird. So everything is not the way we think it is. And everyone, don't play with fucking Ouija boards, bro. Why people want to do all kinds of stupid shit? Like go, like a fucking white girl go exploring in a place all alone in the middle of a fucking jungle. And then when weird shit starts happening, she starts crying and praying. Well, she didn't really pray, but she was like, oh my God, please go away. Oh, any single women looking for a pure blood to have a baby? Like, when I have a baby, I don't want the baby to get no vaccines other than me knowing what it is. But it's like Big Bro has so much control of everything. If you don't do what they say, then your kid can't go to school. So you would have to homeschool your kid that you don't want to get vaccinated. Because I do want to have kids. I want to start an army, so I can't just have one wife. I need like 4 wives so I can get this army going, And then I'm gonna have to go on a regiment. I can't be drinking and smoking. I would have to be sober, because you're when you're making babies, you have to watch what you're doing. You can't just be drinking and smoking and partying. But like, I had this conversation with my mom, and mom was like, "Oh, you can't be taking drugs and like getting a girl pregnant. The baby's gonna come out with all kinds of sicknesses," which is true. It could be. If you're taking, I know I've heard of my ex's sister. While she was, pregnant, she was popping speed, drinking, and smoking weed. Guess what? 2 of her kids are autistic. But then again, it goes with that shit too, bro. That shit is connected. They're gonna do their best. When you look into that stuff, this stuff right here that happened 2 years ago, when you hear that the hospitals get paid when they claim a death to be due to the Rona instead of whatever it is, they get money. Don't you think they will manipulate it, and they will make sure most of the people that do pass, they're gonna say it's the Rona instead of saying what it really is, because there's money in there. Anywhere there's money to be made, you have to fucking look at it with a microscope, bro. And anywhere, it's like the blood donor stuff, the organ trafficking, bro. All this stuff is connected. It's so deep. It's like, oh. What's the battery life here? We're doing good. Everybody follow, like, and share, subscribe to my YouTube. What's up, Martin? ¿Cómo estás, amigo? This shit go deep, bro. Like, adrenochrome is nothing new, but you guys need to look into it. But this stuff has been going on like in the Mayan days, because if you watch that movie about the Mayans, they were drinking the blood and eating the heart of whoever babies to. They were sacrificing their babies to a god. You know, crazy stuff. This is not just new. This has been going on, bro. Didn't they just allow now China for you to have your boys? Because for the longest time, they were just telling them to have daughters. Oh no, they were telling them only have boys, no daughters. Because they're looking to grow the army. Thank you for the mushroom, Martin. Welcome to Conspiracy Talk. Bro, like, I just remember, like, when I was young, right? And we used to have, you know, not pay-per-view. Was it pay-per-view? Someone at the door? Oh. Yeah, it's a lot. What? Je sais. Et je fais un live maintenant. Je fais un podcast. Ok, je te parle demain. Demain, je fais un barbecue. Ok. Where was I? Where was he? Oh yeah. Yeah, this stuff, I don't even know if this is a touchy subject. Oh, euthanasia. Ooh. You see my notes, bro? Bangers. Just that word right there. Euthanasia. So that is, I guess, when you're giving the doctor the decision to pull the plug. I think that's what it is. Now, if you don't, let's say, you don't have any family, right? And you have to understand there's a market for organs. And now, if you're a healthy person that is a young age, let's say 20s, and your organs are all good, and the hospital, you're giving the hospital the decision to pull the plug on you. If they are fueled by to get your organs, they'll pull the fucking plug in a heartbeat. If anything, they're gonna manipulate it just to have access to something that is worth a lot of money on the black market. This shit is deep. Oh, okay. So you guys know? Anyone know about Karnak Shriners? The symbol is some dude with this fucking Mason hat shit, and he's holding a kid. Come on, man. So this shit is connected with those underground tunnels, bro. So all these ancient civilizations, some of them were all living in underground tunnels. The more and more you look into it, the more you find out that, you know, there's underground tunnels all over the place, like underground cities, bro. In Turkey, there's underground cities. There's underground cities under Los Angeles. So they say it was like an ancient civilization, right? But I'm like, you don't think there's traces of those people still there? There's hundreds of people that go missing all over these national parks every year. Thousands. What am I saying? Thousands, right? Fucking in the U.S. alone, not even in the parks, Well, I guess in the parks are included. In the U.S. altogether, I heard every year 800,000 kids go missing. Look at that number. It's almost a million. And a lot of these underground tunnels are connected with like forest area. It's like the best camouflage, bro. Like they want you, that whole thing about the pyramids being built with thousands of slaves with logs and bullshit. Come on, bro. You know how much these things fucking weigh, bro? A thing like this, let's just say, okay, it weighs like 20,000 tons or megatons or whatever. Three giant fucking excavator things, three giant ones could have lifted together. You telling me 20,000 slaves? Fucking bullshit, bro. So much bullshit that people believe. Just like 9/11 buildings, a tower, something, okay, that is solid built. And if you look at the construction of the building, it's crazy, okay. It's built solid. It's actually built to withstand multiple plane hits. And you have to understand how planes are built super light, bro. It's taking flight. You think a plane can be super heavy and take flight? No, it has to be as light as possible. So they're not made as solid as you think they are, that they're slicing through a fucking building like fucking butter. Bullshit, bro. And then the gasoline in the plane is another conspiracy in itself, because they're telling you gallons and gallons and gallons are fitting into a thin ass wing. That's another conspiracy. So much shit. So back to 9/11, okay? Solid as building. There's an impact here, supposedly, okay? Because I don't believe there was actually any planes. It's another conspiracy. So let's say hypothetically, let's say the plane is made of solid metal, okay? It cuts through the top. Now there's only damage on the top. You're telling me how the fuck does the rest of the building collapse? It doesn't take a fucking scientist to think of that. If it's a solid ass object, if there's damage on the top, it's gonna stay like that. The whole building is not gonna collapse, bro. It's stupid. And the biggest cherry on top, so the Twin Towers fell, right? The Twin Towers. There was another building called Building 7, let's say, that was here. It was not even as close. So these two collapsed, right? Because of the planes. This building collapsed and didn't get hit by nothing. And this building collapsed. Ding dong. No, but the scientists said there's the 9/11 Commission, Ali. They made a book telling you how it works, Ali. Fucking bullshit. You need to look up what was happening in Building 7. And plus, before 9/11, before the buildings collapsed, okay? Silverstein, it's always a Steen, by the way. The Steens run the show, okay? And you know what the Steens mean. So, Larry Silverstein, he changed his insurance policy a month before 9/11 to make even more money. And then, you hear 3,000 Steens called in sick that day. Huh. What kind of a conspiracy is that? How is that even possible that 2,000 employees on a building call in sick in the same day? How is that even possible? First of all. And another thing, I think it's called foreshadowing, the word. Before 9/11 happened, there was album covers, cartoons. There was a Beavis and Butthead cover of their movie or whatever, of them in two planes and the Twin Towers there. And you see album cover of I don't know what musical group, several like foreshadowing all over the place. That's another coincidence. And then the fucking $1 bill that when you fold it in a certain way, you see the building collapse. Another coincidence. I guess I should call myself Coincidence Alley. What a coinky dink. You see, I've been freestyling this whole shebang right now. In the beginning, I was like, oh my God, I have one thing to talk about. What am I going to say? And here we are. So I want to get married with like, because I'm Muslim, right? So I want to use my Muslim card. I want to have 4 wives or 3 at least. And they're all gonna know about each other, so I can get this show on the road, bro. Obviously, there has to be a connection, but I look at like having kids like a scientist, as in, so if it's a girl that she's like heavy set, you know, and she's like, she looks like she would be a football player or whatever, I'm like, okay, if I want to make like a tank, huh? What do you think? I think that's what they were doing back in the day when they were looking to make strictly football players. They're just looking for the biggest people and telling them to, you know, do it. Do it. So it's like when you want to have kids, right? You don't just look for the prettiest woman. You would, first of all, you look for a connection. You have to have a physical and intimate connection with that person. Because when you're making love and you're making that baby, you know, it's a special thing. It's not just like, yeah, bust a nut. Get some. And the worst part, if you don't want to make sure you don't want to get a girl pregnant, pull out. Fucking pull out. No, but it feels so good, God. First of all, it's two weird things. One, I'm like, why would you bust into her even if she says she's on birth control? I never trust that. Anytime my ex told me she was on birth control, I always pulled out. Even if she had the thing, the sterile, whatever the fuck. I always pull out. You know why? Because I'm like, to me, the best feeling is when a girl takes the juice. You know what I mean? Or I should put it in a jar. or like when the girl's like, oh, you can you can bust in my face. I'm like, why would I do that? It's like the worst. It's like the worst. Like you're nothing to me. You know what I mean? It's like you're trash. Why would I do that? It's like the weird, right? So I don't want a girl that has like 100 bodies. I guess the prettier she is, plus if she's a model, forget it. Her bodies are in the hundreds, bro. And she's gonna have some clients maybe late hours of the night. Who knows? You can't trust people, let alone a beautiful woman that is working in a field where people are just looking at her and observing her and have access to her in events. Any good woman that's looking for a good man, she wouldn't be like, oh, you gotta pay for everything. Fuck you, bitch. Go find someone else to pay for everything. What the fuck is this? Do you have a job? You know, how about 50-50? How about I pay once? How about you pay once? Hey, sometimes I'll treat you, sometimes you treat me. How about that? Shit. I'd rather, now if we have kids, now all my money is going to go towards the kids. I want to make sure the kids are happy. I want to make sure they have all the toys. I want to make sure they get all the attention, bro. It's like, if your wife is looking at what other women have, and excuse me, if your wife has a cousin or a sister that is married to a rich dude, right? and he's living this lavish life. He's taking her out. He's buying her expensive things. And if all your wife is doing is talking to her, she's gonna be like, I want some of that. Why does my man spend? Yeah, your man doesn't make as much money. You know, shouldn't the money be going towards taking care of the kids and everything instead of buying you a $4,000 fucking chain just because you're like, oh, I want a gold chain? You're like a child. You know, why does a woman that really loves someone expect the man to buy you a $5,000 ring? It should be like 500 max. Shouldn't everything be going towards the house? You're building something together. All right? You're having a family. First of all, why would you get married if you're not planning to have kids? Because I'm not getting married until I know, I'm having kids. And second of all, I'm gonna make sure she's gonna sign the prenup. Because right there, it will tell me if she's interested. Let's say, I have $1 million. I just want to make sure she's not after my money. It's not worth it. Like this whole passport bros thing, right? Guys are going abroad to find a wife. For sure, that's good. But I'm saying if the woman is fueled, first of all, she wants to leave her shitty country. If she's not living a good life, right? She just wants to get the hell out of there. And then she has a golden ticket to come here, be a citizen. And then if you have money in the bank, she's like, I'm getting the triple whammy. And then you hear 50-year-old man goes to a foreign country, marries his 20-year-old. They don't have any kids. Within a year or two, he's getting a divorce. He's losing the house and everything. The fuck? What was that? What was that worth? You just lost everything. And you don't even have a kid. If you had a kid, let's say you didn't even have the house anymore, at least your son is going up in a house, but you don't even have that. So no, it's not good to just think with your dick. The best thing is, like, before you make any crazy decisions, I guess, is to masturbate, because then you just let out that evil, and then you get to think clearly. Because a lot of times, I would say, I'm connecting it to my other joke. Anytime anyone is about to get an escort and pay that $200 or whatever it is to get some strange pussy, because you're like, oh, I deserve it, I have money, whatever, stupid. Once that thing is over, you don't feel good, you feel empty inside, and then you're like, oh my god, who knows how many guys this girl slept with before. So my best suggestion to you, before you do any of that, okay, if you're thinking about getting that escort, right, whatever, I would say watch a 1-2 corn, jerk that evil out, and then you'll be like, oh my god, I just saved $200 and a potential STD. Didn't. He? Because believe me, I have gotten escorts. I think about 10. And I don't plan on getting any more, even if I'm a millionaire. I would rather just masturbate. Because, bro, I had an idea for an app. It's called Uber Suck. So it's like any guy, because every guy, all he wants before he goes to bed is just a nice blowjob, and then go to bed. You don't have to listen to the complaining, none of that BS. She's not at your house, she doesn't live here, she leaves. But the funny thing about that was, it's like when you get Uber, because Uber shows you how many streets is away. But this app, special app, it shows you how far she is away from your house and how many guys she slept with or she has sucked on before. Which never makes you feel good. First of all, if you're ever getting an escort, you think she's showering after every client? No. Unless the guy's like, hey, I want you to shower. Hey, here's a towel. Fucking wash your ass. Wash that shit up. Which you can't wash away STDs, by the way. You could put lemon on it all you want. Oh my god. That shit's funny. Okay. Yeah, some strange pussy, bro. And the worst part, I think I think the last escort, was it the last? No. The second last escort I got, she literally looked like the cleaning lady from Family Guy. And it was one of those nights where I'm like on something, let's just say, and it's not just alcohol. And it's like you open the door, you're like, alright, whatever. And those are the days when you really have like a reality, uh, what is it? Evaluation of reality. You're like, what am I? Look where I am. What am I doing? What are you doing, Ali? What are you doing? You know? But after that, I think I got like a blonde haired 20-year-old, I think, the next time after that. And it was good. And you know what I mean? Like, these women are paid to give you the girlfriend experience, which means it's like she loves you, she cares about you. When she's slobbing on your knob, she's enjoying it. You know, it's like it's a service. You're paying for her, and she's acting. She's the best actor because in that moment she cares about you. She listens to your stupid stories or your boring ass stories or whatever the fuck. She's like, yeah, let me just get this fucking night over. Oh my god, that's crazy. And what you see, what happened in where is it that they legalized prostitution and like fucking AIDS just went through the roof? That's fucked up, bro. You know what's fucked up is guys are cheating on their wives, bro. They're cheating on their wives. Fucking some girl that just slept with another client. He catches a potential STD and now he gives it to his wife. That's fucked up, bro. Ugh. That's fucked up. I would say, there's two kinds of wives. There's the ones that are being cheated on and they love them. I would prefer the other wife as far as, it's funny how it's this finger. It's as far as the woman knows he's cheating, but she's like, as long as he pays for everything and I don't have to work and he gives me money and whatever, he buys me every purse I want, whatever, he can do whatever he wants. I would prefer that kind of wife because then she knows about it. I would prefer that. By the way, I don't want that kind of wife. I don't want a wife that just wants me to throw money at her and she'll let me do what I want. That's not someone that cares about you. That's just someone that just wants your money. You want someone that's a partner, bro. A partner in crime. Ride or die. That's what I want, bro. I don't want no bitch that just cares about me because whatever I can offer her. Who wants that? Who just wants to be used? Use me in the way I want you to use me, as in use me in the bedroom, not for my money. And lie to me and shit. Oh, I want to marry you. And the next thing you know, you catch her making out with your best friend. You're like, I thought you said you wanted to marry me, bitch. What the fuck? Oh, I didn't know what I was doing. Oh, you knew. It's like this. In the Bible, it says, if you see a woman, let's say you're married, right? And you love your wife. If you see another woman and right there, and she's obviously hot, and your mind does what it does, as far as you're like already fantasizing about having sex with that woman, you've already cheated. That's how that works. And I could tell you from my own experience, because when I loved my ex-girlfriend, I didn't watch any porn. I would die for this woman, and the hottest woman was which I was working with her and she was throwing herself at me and I didn't want any of it because I loved my girlfriend. That is real love. It's the best feeling in the world, bro. But it's the hardest gamble because it's like once you go all in with your chips, you just hope the person doesn't screw you over. So it's really hard for me because it's like, believe me, I want to experience that again, but I'm always scared about the person not loving me anymore after you care about them. It's weird. Women, that's how women are, bro. Yeah, I guess that's how the fucked up women are. I'm just looking for a good woman that would be down to be my wife, and she's down for me to have fun with other women sometimes. With her there. I don't want to cheat. I don't want to lie. I'd rather have all my chips on there and all your chips. And then I guess this is the best thing to say is like I would delete my profiles all on dating sites and I would watch her delete her profiles on dating sites, and then I would have my phone open as in she can look whenever she wants, and I want her phone to be open So I can look whenever she wants. That's complete trust, I would say. Because, yo, like I was saying before, if you meet a girl off a dating site and now you're dating her and she still has her profile, she's still shopping. Because women are always shopping. They look at guys like Walmart. They're always looking for a better deal. If a guy, let's say I'm dating her and I have a Mercedes, okay? Let's say I'm dating her and I have a Mercedes and I'm like, hey baby, you can have this Mercedes. You can drive it all you want, blah, blah, blah. And then she meets another guy and he's like, I have a Ferrari. Baby, you can have this Ferrari. You don't think she's going to leave me? If she really doesn't love me, yeah, for sure. She was going to take the bait. That's why I feel like you really got to test people. Because like what happened to me with that girl that said she wanted to marry me and I was in love with her and then she kissed my best friend. It kind of broke the spell. And I think like I'm glad it happened because if it didn't happen, I probably would have married this bitch. Isn't that crazy? Because for women, it's so easy to stroke a man's ego and really make him think that she really loves him. Come on, bro. Nothing like a good conspiracy. I hear you. If only there's a time machine. Monkey branching. What does that mean? Anyway, yeah, 9/11. So 9/11, there was no planes. You know why? Because the Steens, right? The Steens and the people, excuse me, that run the show, if they control all the media, right? Fucking news channels, whatever it is. If they literally control all of it, they can make sure it's only their perspective that is what the mass population sees. Because if all the people, other than the people that were actually there, if all the people's perception of what happened on 9/11 is what they see on TV, then that's what it is, right? And the funny thing is, you can find plenty of footage now, because it always comes out 10 years later. You can find plenty of footage now of firefighters when 9/11 was actually happening saying that they heard explosions. Like they heard explosions on every floor and stuff like that. Come on, man. First of all, a building is never going to collapse at free fall speed. Free fall speed means like when things are falling, there's nothing holding it back, right? There's nothing holding it back. So if a structure is collapsing at free fall speed, which is seconds, right? That's what it means. Free fall speed. There's nothing, there's no restriction. The only thing that would happen is there's nothing holding the structure together. So, perfect. So if you would compare, if you would look at 9/11, the buildings collapsing, and then you would look at a controlled demolition, it would literally be almost the same fucking speed. So that just throws that shit out of the ball right there. So what phone is gonna die? 15% here. Okay, everybody say bye to meet me. Hand, one hand. Say bye. Bye. Everybody follow, like, share. So this reminded me, the whole flat earth conspiracy, right? Because everyone's like, oh, you're a flat earther, you're stupid. You know what's funny? People that make fun of flat earthers are stupid because you're only going by what you've been programmed to think as far as your idea of the earth and your perception of reality. You know, I read those science books. I had all these encyclopedia books or whatever. I read up all this science and stuff. And it's like, they're gonna make sure that their vision of how everything happened, it's called history, as in his story, as in Steen or whoever story, okay? They're not gonna tell you the truth, because they don't want to tell you the truth. They want to keep you distant, distracted, and divided. Number one. Everyone, white against black, blah blah blah. All this, men against women now, feminists against meninists. Because as long as everyone's divided, they're not gonna see the bigger picture. Because the flags were all over the place. The craziest, the biggest red flag, okay? It was like so blatant. It's like you don't even have to be woke or whatever to see it. So when the Rona or the pandemic was happening, okay, I kept on seeing videos on TikTok, whatever, of hospital staff doing fucking dance routines. And I'm like, what the fuck? And it's like, you keep on seeing it. It's like new and new. And I'm like, yo. And then you keep on hearing about people dying in mass numbers, thousands and thousands. And remember, it's all manipulated because they're manipulating our idea of what's really happening. They're saying there's thousands of people, but there wasn't. They were just telling you because they're putting that fear in your mind. Because then everyone's like, oh my God. If I'm walking outside, I gotta have a mask on. It's so stupid how people are walking outside where there's fresh air and they have a mask on. People are inside their own car with a mask on. You still see it. It's so stupid, bro. And the worst part, you're thinking this mask really does anything, right? I'm saying if it's in the air, you're already breathing it in. If it's really in the air, because you're telling me it's waiting at certain sections. It's like, okay, I'm waiting at section 8. I'm waiting over here. Okay, he only waits a certain. No. Wait, here's the best part. He comes out at certain times at night because then they have the curfew, right? Oh, you can't go out past 10 p.m. because the Rona told him, hey, you know what? I only like to come out at 10 p.m. So make sure everyone's not around. Hey, Ali, why don't you get it? Hey, I invited 2 friends over, a guy and his girlfriend. And his girlfriend was like, you didn't get the thing? I'm like, no. She's like, why didn't you get it? I'm like, I don't trust it. She's like, well, you're putting my life in danger. I'm like, did you get it? She's like, yes. So I'm like, how is your life in danger when technically you're protected? You should feel bad for me because technically I'm not protected. Ain't that fucking stupidity? That's like backwards thinking, bro. Monkey branching. Women hopping from branch to branch. Yeah, it's bro, that's crazy, man. It's like you're scared because it's like the more beautiful she is, the more you're gonna be like, yo, how many bodies does she have? Let alone how many guy friends does she have? Because if she really loves you, she's gonna cut off all her guy friends. She's not gonna talk to them. She's not gonna hang out with them because that's what a woman's supposed to do. She's supposed to appreciate the time with her man, not be going out to the club with her girlfriends. Why do women go to the club? Because they're looking to get some dick. So if you're a girl that's married and you're going to the club, you're putting yourself in the market. Because whoever's going to approach you, he's not thinking you're married. Because they're like, why would a married bitch be in a fucking club at fucking 2 a.m. or whatever the fuck? So if you love your man, delete all your dating profiles and be committed. And he should do the same. It's all 50-50, everybody. But if a man wants to have 4 wives specifically for the reason of having babies, let him be. Because all women are going to be, oh yeah, you just want 4 wives. Well, I'm like, I don't need to get married. I could just fuck all the women I want. I could get hookers all I want. I could pay a hooker every fucking night if I want. I'm making good money. Why don't I do that? Because I don't want that stupid shit. I don't want no STDs. I don't want fake love, because that's what it is. That girl doesn't give a shit about you. She just wants that $200. Come on, man. Everybody, learn from my experience. That's the point of all this. Don't like. When I was 15, bro, I was in a gang. I was doing stupid shit. I thought My mom was the enemy. I hated my mom when I was 15. I was a different person. I was stealing. I was stealing from my mom. We were robbing people because we were in a gang. Stupid shit. You know, and now that I look back, I'm like, it's all because I didn't have a father figure. And guess what happens in this gang? It's all there's a whole bunch of young ones, and there's like one or two old heads, and that's where the father figure comes in, right? And all those little kids, they all need a father figure. And now you have some fucking criminal telling your kids to rob and steal to make money for the gang. So do you want that for your kids? I don't think so. So be sure that you're in your kid's life. A woman can only do so much because my mom was there, but she's not. She doesn't know how to. She's not a man. But I'll tell you one thing: my mom is strong enough to be a father and a mother. Because I swear, she inspires me to be as strong as her. You know what I mean? My mom doesn't fuck around, bro. I'll tell you that. So I have a strong mom. If anything, I don't want my mom is a real alpha, I would say. So I don't want a woman that's too alpha, but I want a woman like that takes charge, that she's not just expecting a man to do everything for her. You know, she knows how to change. She knows how to cook and take care of a man, and she might know how to change a tire too. And you should want your kids to know stuff. You don't want them to be all helpless and shit. You know what I mean? Who raises a boy and your son doesn't know how to use a fucking screwdriver? Come on. My parents did one thing. They bought me certain toys that got me interested in how things work, and that's where the mechanic came from, I guess. Because it's like the first toy was the steamboat. Here, let me show you. So this is a steamboat, okay? So inside this little steamboat, this was my first toy in Pakistan. Okay? So inside you see two tubes. Okay? So there's two tubes going in, like a thing like that, and then there's like a square piece that's like hollow, and it has like a chamber inside. So what you're supposed to do is put a little bit of water in here, and you have this thing that's like a candle, you put it in there, and it's a steamboat, and it goes like, when you put it in the water, it goes pat, 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 pat. Right there, I was like, oh wow, how does this work, blah, 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 and that's like got me obsessed with like science. And then the next toy I don't have was like you literally make a car. It's like a thing with the wheels, and you make how the motor works. So you take like a square piece, you wrap it in copper, you put like a metal rod inside, and then you put two magnets on each side, and then once there's electricity going to this thing, it becomes a magnet, and then it just rotates, and that makes the car move. So that got me like, wow, how does this work? So yeah, you gotta be, I guess you gotta not just buy like regular toys for your kids, but you gotta get them to see, I guess, what they're interested in and what is their thing, and then just push them in that direction and help them. You know, so when I have my sons, I'm gonna want them to, like, know how things work. Oh, so when I was young, I was obsessed with how things work. Once these boats and all this stuff started happening, I was like, how does things work? So I started taking all kinds of things apart, and my sister had a doll that talks. So I was like, how does this doll talk? So I took it apart, and it had like a thing inside with like a disc and shit. And everyone was angry because I was breaking everyone's toys, but I was just obsessed with how things work inside. So yeah, don't just give your child a fucking iPad. Because if you, first of all, you're being a horrible parent because you're not being involved. I'm not the best person to say this because I don't have any kids. But I would say, do your best to be involved. Because if you just give them an iPad or a phone, then you're letting the big bros or whoever, the people that run the show, to manipulate your child and tell your child what is entertaining, what is not, as far as girls twerking and ass and tits and stuff that they shouldn't have in their mind. Let them know what they see, and they put subliminal things, like even in the Lion, what was it, Lion King? Was it Lion King? In the Lion King, when the I think it's the father, when he like sits down, you see a cloud go up. And it spells sex in the clouds, but you see it for a millisecond. Why would they do that? Why would there's even other stuff where you see like characters like Disney characters with like he has like a hard on or something, but you don't even notice it until like 20, 30 years later when people are like, yo, what the fuck, he's got a hard on. His dick is hard. What's up, Nicole? What's up? Brelo. Hey, ça va bien, Nicole Brelo. Hey, ça va bien. Hey, what's up, Ginger Lane? What's up, Khalbe Khalbe? I don't know what that is. It says, no, it says Peter Nuh. Sadabag. Excuse me. Jaden John Official. Yes, sir. Okay, this one died too. Yeah, so I would say the best thing I learned from the universe is like whatever you want to do, you just take the first step and the universe will take care of the rest. Because it's literally what it is. Because like, look, this podcast, I had like one thing to talk about, and like some other stuff scattered about, and look, the more you do it, the better you get. I guess I have to apply this to approaching women. Didn't. Hey, baby, how's it going? No. Because I guess everyone is judging, and we're all programmed to think visually. So we're all judging visually. And I guess when women look at me visually, they're like, he's weird. You know what I mean? And once they understand me, they're like, oh my God, I want him. But it's like, I guess only certain type of people will click. It's all about energy, I guess. But it's like most of the time that the women that are throwing themselves at me is the women that I'm not attracted to. But the reason why they're throwing themselves at me, because subconsciously, they know I'm not attracted to them. Ain't that crazy? But going back to the universe, bro, you just gotta do it. I gotta face my fears and just fucking jump. Jump in. I have to try stand up for the first time, and I have to do karaoke in front of other people. Because I do karaoke here, with cameras here, I'm used to that. But with people there, it's a different ballgame. So I have to face those two fears. And another fear is like skydiving, but I don't think I'm ever going to do that. I already have a fear of heights, and I don't trust planes, let alone jumping out of a plane. With some weird dude strapped up behind me. That I would find that weirdly gay. You know? Because I'm super homophobic. And when I say super homophobic, I mean, yo, why would your friends be grabbing your dick and grabbing your ass? Why? I find that shit, like, sus. Like, what the fuck, bro? Everybody. Anybody got a question? Or a thing to talk about? So the last podcast I did, I was not impressed with myself, but this one, I'm impressed. Alan, you did good. Hey, the universe was like, "Dang." You see that? Yo, the universe talks to me. When I do karaoke, a lot of times, in the songs I'm singing, in the lyrics, it literally says what is usually happening in that moment, around that time. It's crazy. So God does talk to me. Or the universe, I would say. But God is the universe, right? Or the Heavenly Father.